From the time
my game crashed.
Jim Sterling was apparently part of We Have to Shield.
He was a voice or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, honestly, I think he got removed or something. And then when it sort of became a survival game, he just bitched and whined for no reason.
Oh, it just crashed there.
I don't know why, it seems he just doesn't like survival games.
Well, I mean, his whole shtick is being kind of a negative, maybe not negative, a cynical opinion of video games. Like, he's pretty much a cynic. Like, if you compared him to the cynical Brit, he'd probably be more cynical.
Yeah. As soon as he's cynical, I'm like, he thought a fucking total biscuit. Goddamn it.
But the funny thing was, he even admitted that he tried to move away from that brand as he, as his brand grew.
Shtick. Yeah.
The server's up, by the way. So just meet me by the dragon area, and I'll be there waiting for you.
I hate to mention this, but I believe his nudes, or the nudes of his exes, is on ED.
And why do you know
They'll
this?
have all of ours by the end of this.
That's been horrible.
I'm hoping I could get some werepigs in. There's one. Okay, two of them. This makes it easier. Wait, what the hell? It's still full moon. You guys are cheating. No, not the people in the voice chat. Those pigs. They're cheating me out of some pig skin. Well, it was still full moon, and they turned into regular pigs in the middle of the night. I wonder if it has to do with the save. I'm in my Shipwrecked world at the moment. And I think he was playing Fallout.
I'm always playing.
Okay, this is not straight through. Okay, cool. So that, like, if the lighting shit up any of your stuff, I would. What was your health on?
I wonder how close I am to snakes.
Did you guys hear about the drama surrounding Bush Island?
Bush Island? I've heard of his name before. No, I mean, didn't he have a Kickstarter for a service that...
Yeah, he made a Kickstarter service that wasn't successful at all.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I know about him.
Yeah, he was doing a really big, shitty Kickstarter. And, basically said that you should sort of know that's fucking ludicrous.
Okay.
What do you say?
Well-
If you can't do art, you what?
No, if you don't do art, then you can't criticise other people's art, and that's what he basically said.
I played King's Ace.
Yeah, but also just, again, I'm not sure if you heard me, but don't eat any of the healing items in the chat, in the icebox, or any of the cactus, since we're gonna use those for dragonfly.
Yeah.
In which case, still
Wait, do I not have any more bone shards? I thought I got 4 in here.
Where is the rocks?
Chester.
Oh, okay, I thought you were bringing them to me. Okay, I'm
You
just
told me to
talking about
recharge you, so I kind of just dropped everything and moved towards that.
Kill some jellies. Probably should.
We only have monster meat. Yeah. But I'm not sure what the sign of starvation on.
Or
And
just if I'm, like, being killed by something.
oh,
Am I moving?
yeah.
If I am put into any inherent danger, please save me.
I'll try, but no guarantee.
The game should unfreeze within a minute.
So, Resident, what do you think of Colossus? Clown?
He hangs out with Keem, doesn't he? Aside from that, I really don't know. Although I was impressed, he used that one, like time-lapse image of a decaying body of some sort. And as somebody who's done like time lapses myself, I was thinking how interesting it would be to like shoot that, because basically you'd have to set up a camera there for a month maybe and take pictures.
Why did he do that? Jesus Christ.
I don't know, doesn't he have like his own channel thing? And he has like a montage when as an intro of sorts.
Ah, that was from no, that was from one of the Indiana Jones movies, Temple of the fucking whatever.
They had a time lapse of a decaying animal.
Yep. No, hold up.
I think you're thinking of a Holy Grail one.
Yeah, that's.
Am I really just low on wood? No, here we go.
Okay, so yeah, get those for Bahamas, please, and also, make a hand mat. And then, once I come back, I should probably just
you mean
go
the
off
one
and fight
fox?
Dragonfly with the help of you.
Yeah, that's like a. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, that happens in like. That literally happens in about 1 second. Jesus.
Oh, it's full moon again. I forgot about this. It might be too late
I
now.
got you a bit from the cross pop.
Yeah, and with the lightning now, it's too risky, most likely.
Did you get it here? Okay.
Nice one. I got him 6 boosty berries.
Oh man.
You want me to start drinking cold beans? I have 2 marbles.
No, come back with my sticks.
Marbles isn't really used for anything besides flooring.
Holy crap, this is one.
It's a little bit different than Dante on the wall.
I mean, walls are useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Honestly, I can't wait until... Actually, Clutch only has... How many videos?
Regular ones and
10.
see how that would be.
Clutch only has 10 videos on the main channel. And he has 4,301 subs. That's really damn impressive.
Well, I mean, he's involved in other stuff, isn't he? Like a podcast and whatnot.
Yeah, the bit of podcast with President Rat Keemstar and some other child.
Thanks for the follow, Frankie.
How many charges are left in the book, by the way? 3. 3? Okay. I'm not completely sure whether or not that'll be enough. I hope it will be, but I'm just willing to restart the fight as many times as it takes.
Alright, we got hounds.
Okay,
I can't wait until the
come back to this, and then...
you know that the video he made about 2D Tube and alternate reality? I cannot wait until he makes the new video for that. Because the first video is really good, I love it. And the new parameters surrounding 2D could prove interesting for a video.
12% on the Spirit Gods. This is terrible. I want at least a decent weapon to fight with. Here we go.
I don't care.
Alright, come at me. Let's do this. All bark and no bite, eh? Hey, Frankie.
This is the most inefficient thing I think I've ever done. Oh. Look out, Maxwell.
Getting to, first RPG.
apparently never played.
Good luck, thanks. We'll see what happens when Seal NATO gets here. I still need to get my that sword. Rickety, since you frequent this side of YouTube, have you heard of Nerd City?
Oh, is it the nerd with the 3?
I don't know if it's a
Yes,
3.
No, I'm thinking of no. Actually, I think I've seen one of his videos.
I'm interested in playtesting mods for Don't Starve. I'm currently developing a mod and need somebody to test it because I'm not experienced enough with the game to see its flaws. Yeah, you could send it to me. I can't guarantee that I'll feature it or anything like that, but... and give it a spin. Frankie004 was looking for testers. How would he get in contact with you, EU? Like, he's on Twitch, so there's a gap that needs bridging there. Probably just picking up too much ice at this point. I already have so much food, so this might be a waste of time. Yeah. No snake skins. I'm sad. I wanted to make more snake skin stuff. I already have the raincoat. And as soon as this rain is over, I need to burn some twigs or something. So I could burn them during the rain. You want it for DS or DST? I mostly play DST, but the DS stuff has been more recent. So give it to me for DST. If you don't mind, I might forward it to EU as well, if she's interested in testing it. She makes mods, by the way, for those who don't know. So it's a bit more of a qualified opinion. Alright. Time to burn some twigs here. And accidentally burn down my camp in the process, I imagine. You join my server and send it over? Okay, sounds good. I have 40 coffee plants. I might have gone overboard on this because keeping them fertilized is not easy. I think what I should do is not pick them until I actually need the beans.
YouTube, I don't care about League of Legends. Fan ads, video ads, I don't care about it.
I'm pretty sure you can get like a family account for the premium. And it's like $15 a month and everybody in the family can...
I'm just gonna get ad block.
I thought you didn't use ad block though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it soon because I can't be watching the same adverts over and over again. I'm gonna go on a quick mental downward spiral.
Should make this into a boat torch. Okay, the storm is over. What do I want to do next? Probably get swordfish, but I didn't mark where they are.
Sick.
Do you know how to install it? I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. There's just a mod folder you plop it in. Last time I did it.
My dad sort of broke PUBG. They still have started a match with only 44 people.
You figured out how to break it?
No, I think it just sort of happened.
Did you hear about Discord, by the way?
Oh, about Discord.
Apparently, there was like a group that was... Not a group. A handful of accounts that were joining Discords and then scraping them for information, and they were putting information up on like a central database that could be indexed and searched. It happened rather recently. I haven't seen any activity like that in mine, but just something to keep an eye out for.
What do you mean scraping them from information?
Scraping is basically when you gather information that was not designed to be gathered. It sort of circumvents using an API to access the information, and it does more hacky web type things to to like log an entire server's history and like who's in it and stuff like that.
Okay.
To me, I didn't see it as much of a big deal because like I always assumed that anything I posted on a public server was de facto public, but apparently some other people have gotten rather heated, or some other Discord communities have gotten heated about this because they didn't believe that information should have ever been indexed in the way that it is now being indexed because of this, these bots that are joining.
Welcome to the internet, fucker. Believe it or not, all your information isn't private. Everything is public. Anyone can get hold of anything.
Did I say VODs of my streams? Yeah, they should be available on YouTube. Because Twitch only allows... Oh, there we go, Floaty Boaty Night. Twitch only allows the archives of 1 month, because I have Prime. But the stuff on YouTube should be... I can't pick this up. Stuff on YouTube should be for the last 4 months or so. So you can see everything there. It's on the other YouTube account. The secret one. I have a secret YouTube account.
The one that has like less than 200 subscribers?
I think it has 30 on it. It's the one that I streamed to. That was the main reason behind it.
Okay, so I love being a playtester for super secret mods, but I also hate not being able to tell my friends about them because I'm so excited.
I know that feeling. It's like you're doing something, you're like, I cannot tell a single person this. Great.
Aha! Should have done this a long time ago. Holy crap. Why did I not do that?
I think for social creatures, telling people about ideas and what they're doing, you can't really, you struggle to not do that sometimes.
You have to go now? Okay.
Thanks, you son.
Hope you have a good one. I was talking about Frankie. I have had people get confused about that before, like when I say goodbye and somebody thinks that I'm leaving or whatnot. Just to avoid confusion. Ooh, mushrooms are back, yes! It's the great thing about hurricane season, is these babies are regrowing all the time. Like a couple of days at most and you're gonna be grown again because of all the rain. Thanks for the sub, Rickety.
Thanks.
You found the channel, huh?
Yeah.
I gave him the link.
Yeah.
Oh, and here I thought I hit it so well. Well, the truth is that I'd rather have people watch me stream on Twitch, even if the VODs aren't as complete. But I like to keep the options open, so I also stream it to YouTube as well. Because I'm not partnered or anything, so I'm allowed to do that. When you get partnered, you kind of have to go exclusive with Twitch or something, but I'm not.
Really?
I think, yeah, because there's a difference between being an affiliate and a partner. I think once you become a partner, then you can only stream to Twitch, if you become partnered with Twitch. But I think for affiliates, you can still stream wherever, but you get like cheers and stuff, or bits, I should say.
Yeah. I also remember mentioning out to the dad because he think he's interested in streaming shit. It's a bit of a like a I'm gonna use his phone as a webcam.
Wait, who is this?
Right now.
I missed the name.
Dad.
Your dad?
Yes.
Wait, is he a famous streamer?
No, he ain't famous. He's like, he's a bit lower tier. He's a famous streamer. I won't be fucking, you know. I'll have a few more games, and my system won't be complete. You know, it would be a bit better.
I mean, you can be famous and not make much. A lot of the most famous people in the world died broke and stuff.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Died.
Are you sure?
Fucking hell.
Are you sure it's because they didn't make much and not because they spent it all?
They spent a lot, yeah. That's usually how it happens.
You mean they spent it all. They went, ooh, look, I'm rich. I can spend as much money as I want, which isn't true.
Yeah,
Oops,
generally,
I'm poor now.
people who tend to be really creative and stuff, they're not as concerned about business kind of things.
That's
And
how it was for me. I got a job and I'm like, wow, I can spend money now. Oops, I'm poor now.
yeah, that can happen. Okay, I need to make a refrigerator here now.
As soon as I get kicked out of my parents' house, which I don't even know when that will fucking happen, because it seems like the urge for being kicked out of your parents' house is getting higher and higher. So I'm just gonna, whenever I get kicked out of my parents' house and get given a slight bit of money, I'm just gonna go, right, let's get a job. Let's save up a bunch of money and never spend it, unless it's on food.
It's called lean
And then
fire.
die.
There are people who do that. How did I? Oh, and my gold's in my backpack.
That
Isn't it?
sounds boring though. The whole point of life is to have fun.
They
Yeah,
usually
but I
have
thought
fun
the
in different
American
ways.
dream died.
Like, you can have fun without spending a lot of money.
No, but money equals fun.
Many
You know,
times,
you
yes,
get-
but there are things you can do that
Yeah.
don't require money.
Like sitting on the beach and staring into the sun for 5 hours.
Yeah, travel in general, depending upon how you do it, it can be relatively cheap.
Oh yeah, just to know, I've never been on a fucking aeroplane ever in my life. Which is annoying because I want to.
There's a guy that I watch, he does technology related stuff. I think he backpacked through India for about 6 months for $3,000 or $4,000. Which is probably less than it would have cost him to actually pay rent for those months. It's like, depending upon where you go, you know, travel can be cheap. Yeah, let's break this coconut.
Yeah, I mean, so
Didn't realize how good jellyfish were until I started using them. Right, now what I'm going to do with all these gears.
BWX.
I suppose I could make a flingomatic.
Make 50 flingamatics.
Well, I meant practical uses for this stuff. I still want to go out and kill a swordfish. Cause I want the what is that thing called? That master spear, the thing that's as good as a dark sword. Cutlass Supreme, yes, the Oldsmobile car. I want one of those for when I kill Seal NATO, because it'll go so much better. I'm not sure I'll have the time though. It's day 28 already. Oh yes, I should. Before I leave though, I should probably put my icebox down.
Oh, magical time. This is.
Ah, I should get my coffee back.
Cool that after you've skipped an ad a few times, you can dislike it.
You can dislike ads?
Yeah, it'll show you the skip button, like up for it or down for it. Hopefully that'll fix this little problem I'm having. Don't worry.
You're still getting League of Legends ads?
I've just disliked it now because it just showed me the option. And yes, I'm still getting LOL ads.
Interesting. Is there a place that you can usually find swordfish reliably? Is it like deep ocean or something?
I can't remember.
I guess I'll just take a brief look at the wiki here. Need to find a swordfish.
Oh, grenades everywhere, mate. So many grenades in there.
They spawn in the deep ocean, yes, okay. So I'm in the right spot then. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. The thing is, will I even see it? It's night or evening at the moment.
Hopefully you'll hear me dad a bit less screaming. Because we've got some fun between us.
I sailed too close to the sun.
You sailed so close to the sun when you burst in flames.
That confirms that the world is indeed round. I mean, I could try sailing back, I guess.
Round.
Far away would it be? It's a ways. I went over the side, yeah.
I wonder if anyone in that Discord to flat Earth though.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
It would be fucking interesting.
There was an article I read recently that said Google changed the way they presented their maps, and now it will always the world will look as if it's round instead of looking like it's flat, which is supposed to correct some proportional discrepancies in how certain countries were being displayed on it. No.
Conspiracy theories and that in a flat Earth. Have you heard the that really weird conspiracy about the Simpsons? Apparently they're fucking Satanists or whatever, and they know the future about the Illuminati or some bullshit.
I've never heard of any conspiracies around the Simpsons.
Yeah, apparently they once predicted a few things by accident. They didn't really predict them, more like they made fun of something, and then it happened.
No, give me that back.
Clearly they haven't watched the South Park episode Simpsons Did It.
Why? How did that go?
Simpsons did it. Basically, the Simpsons, if a show runs for so long, it'll basically have done everything. And if a show does that, and at some point, reality will, it'll copy it.
Right, so they're saying... it's... What's the name of that guy? He was known to be like a great predictor of future events. I forget what his name is, but it's a bit like that. He just made some really lucky predictions, and therefore we remember him. Positively soaked. Well, let's try to avoid doing that in the future.
Oh, that just reminds me of like predictions. I've got this book. It's I've got it right here. It's a The Norge book, and it's about the future. This was written, I think, in 2004. In 2004, and this makes some really weird predictions about the future that are just insane. They are Back to the Future levels of prediction. Okay. Apparently by 2011, your leaf through your favourite magazine is being personalised, so it only contains what you want to read and look at. It's even got your name on the front, on the cover. That doesn't exist. by 2012, apparently, you have a smart card that lets you use the door key, passport, driving license, bus pass and credit card. Also contains your medical records. The other night exists. 2013, tiny cameras on footballers don't exist. But 2015, robots will get basic jobs like firefighters, guards, cleaners and gardeners.
Oh, come on.
Apparently by 2018 we'll basically have nanomachines. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that book over there. That was written by people who, wore cinema glasses.
Well, at least we'll be able to do quacking this time. I made the stupid mistake of jumping back into a boat to get my sail back when it was like one hit away from dying, so I sank with this ship.
A true sailor sinks to a ship.
I'm not a true captain of a ship though. I don't deserve to sink with my ship. Well, part of the experience is learning your limitations. I'm still working on that, obviously. Hopefully I'll find the volcano again.
Here's a bit of a, I guess you could say a bit of a moral question. Is emulation piracy in your opinion?
It depends on if you own it or not.
But, like an SNES simulator, is that piracy?
If you don't own the SNES game you're trying to emulate, then it is piracy.
Yeah, but do you know how expensive SNESs are now? Also the app used.
That doesn't change the fact that it's piracy.
Racing, what do you think?
I think EU has a pretty decent grasp on the definition of it.
Mm.
The bigger question is, do you really care if what you are doing is piracy?
I mean, if it's a game like Hunt Down the Freeman, then I'm happy to pirate it in a way because those fuckers don't deserve to get money. And I'm sure you can agree.
I don't know much about the people behind it. From what I understood, like they were legit working on it for a few years.
I mean, like the higher ups of Rubius or whatever it's called, they don't deserve money. Actually, a few months ago, my dad tried to give me a pirate copy just so I could see what it was like.
We're talking about the new Half-Life game that wasn't developed by Valve, right?
It ain't really new, it's a few months old now. Yeah, it was a complete train wreck. It had cutscenes, which a Half-Life game with cutscenes is a bit weird. Because you remember Half-Life 2 didn't, or Half-Life, they didn't have, they had set pieces, but not cutscenes.
I've never played Half-Life, but I have seen a family member play it for a bit.
You've never played Half-Life?
No.
Fucking hell.
I don't play many first-person games, so...
If you've got the time, play it. It's a great story, it's a great, it's great gameplay.
I've heard it's a classic, but then again, there are classic books that I haven't read either, so...
Yeah, Half-Life and Half-Life 2 are one of the best games ever made. Although if you're gonna play the original Half-Life, I'd probably stick with the fan mod Black Mesa, which is the best, I guess, paid mod on the market, which is currently being finished at the moment with the last chapter. It's just changes things, apparently. I guess in the original Half-Life of Zen, the alien world, I remember this actually, it was a bit boring. A bit of a trick. They're gonna make it a bit more fun. Yeah, I haven't done the Freeman, it was extremely bugged at launch. And it still is. It's a complete train wreck. I mean, fucking Keemstar's the president.
Wait, Keem is involved in that game?
Yeah.
Did he buy it or something?
No, he was a voice actor, and he was the president of the United States,
Oh,
who
okay.
announces that the Combine has invaded Earth and they're surrendering. I've got clowns in it as well, which he did a good job. I Hate Everything was in it as well, which he played a really weird role. He played a US soldier, he played an Asian US soldier.
A British Asian US soldier.
Didn't he make a video about how ashamed he was for being in that game?
Yeah, he did. He just said, this game is shit, don't buy it.
Yeah, because when a game goes and does that, it makes you think that they're mostly banking on the audiences of the people that are starring in it to buy it.
Yeah, they got a bunch of YouTubers, and I think the only reason they did that was to go, ooh, look, we've got YouTubers.
Yeah, it's like the Z-list celebrity in your game.
Yeah. Look guys, we've got these popular YouTubers that when they find out how shit the game is, they'll immediately want the names off it.
Unless they sign an NDA.
Well, the game was a complete clusterfuck. They didn't even have then they had like a game diary, what it was called, like a game plan. So the game was just a disaster.
Yeah, it was made by amateurs. Like,
it was burn my fuckwits. That's the nice way to say it. I'm being nice there. It was just so incompetent in that game. And I mean, the thing is, it's so weird. The game just looks really odd. Like, and I shouldn't have played Half-Life. I mentioned this before. There's no cutscenes in Half-Life. And the protagonist, Gordon Freeman, he doesn't say a word.
does he usually? I didn't think Freeman ever talked.
Gordon Freeman does not say a word, that's what I mean.
Oh, but in this game he did? I'm just trying to draw the distinction.
Yeah, for some reason, Mitchell, the edgelord, who basically is a knockoff of Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'll get into that later, he has a voice. And he's just so edgy. And the story, from what I've heard, is a rip-off of Metal Gear Solid 5. In fact, the main developer of the game, at every stage he could, praises Kojima, you know, the maker of Metal Gear Solid. Every single way he could. It's like, why?
Does seem a bit odd.
Yeah. Thing is, when I first heard of it, I thought, oh, that sounds cool, you know. You're a soldier who wants to kill Freeman. I just thought of it as, you know, a bit of a cool idea, a bit like Opposing Force, which is one of the Half-Life DLCs. Which played as a Marine sent in to kill Gordon Freeman. But in this game, instead of playing the person in that, Adrian Shepard, you can play a completely different Marine. You play Adrian's brother, apparently. And yeah.
EU, do you think I should get a second boat before fighting the Kraken?
What do you mean by a second boat?
Have an extra one to jump into in case things go south.
I would say bring a boat repair kit or 2 or 4.
Okay.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
And get a good boat.
Wait, what's a good boat? A wooden one?
Definitely not a raft is a good boat.
Okay, because I thought the wooden one was the best boat.
There's an armored boat.
Yeah, but for resources wise, wasn't the wooden one more economical? Let me see, can I make the armored? Oh, I probably could make the armored boat. Oh, but I don't have the alchemy engine. Or a science machine. Yeah, and I also need that for the cloth cell, okay. I was trying to do like one of those day 1 or day 2 Kraken things.
Well, good luck. I always had a lot of trouble with the Kraken, but then again, that was before I really learned what kiting was.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about it as well. But if I get the walking cane, I'll make up for it. They'll make things so much faster.
Right, on the subject of fucking Hunt Down the Freeman. One of the most sort of well-known characters in the Half-Life franchise is a character called the G-Man. He is a suited person who is a bit mysterious, and yeah, it's a bit hard to explain him. He helps the player out in the end of the original Half-Life and puts him in stasis at the end of it. And in the beginning of Half-Life 2, takes you out of stasis to help the rebels. And they made him, for some reason, instead of saying Black Mesa, they made him say Black Mesa, which is the best thing in the entire game. And also, don't forget, there was a climbing system, which for some reason you had to holster your weapon. But the key for holstering wasn't bind, it wasn't binded. So you have to bind it yourself.
Oh wow, that was a fast Kraken, holy crap.
Or you'd kill it.
I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Here's my spear. Okay.
Let's watch this.
There's like, I picked up... I'm not even sure of the position of it. Yeah, I can't repair my boat for some reason.
Either they changed it so you can only do it while on land, which I doubt, or you've got some kind of bug.
Okay. I might have to do a armored boat this time. I did die, yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Try to... I don't know. Because I can do it with a science machine. But it means I need gold. Or do I just simply avoid the waves? It seemed really hard to do, though. The good thing is that this is not much of a setback. So, it's easy enough to try this again and again. The legit way. Otherwise I'd do a seal NATO thing. Just spawn it in.
Oh, fucking streamers will watch every so often. Well, yeah, watch it and I'll be sort of there. For some reason his chat room is on sub-only mode. Are you kidding, man?
Give me that flint. AT. Yeah, you actually need a weapon to kill the Krabbits. Otherwise they'll just hide if you try to punch them to death. Well, T, there's a long story of love and loss of my previous world. I stupidly went over the edge of the world too many times, and as I was jumping into my new boat, I realized that I had left my sail in my old boat. So I was like, oh, I'll just jump back into the old boat, grab the sail, and jump into the new boat. And at that very exact second that I jumped back in, a wave crashed on my old boat and destroyed it with me in it. Like, it was so close. It was so terrible. I feel so awful for it happening. Come on, we need more flint. You're gonna give me no flint on this island? Is that how it's gonna be? I mean, seriously. This island doesn't appear to be very big. There might not even be enough flint on it. So the plan now is that I'm gonna try to kill the Kraken on like day 2. And see how that goes.
I'll be down in a bit.
So it's looking like a pretty terrible starting island. Here, Snake, kill me. Let's start this over. Never played Shipwrecked? Yeah, it's a pretty different game overall, because basically you can travel to any point on the map, so it really opens up the amount of exploration that needs to be done. I can't believe how ineffective these snakes are at killing me. I don't have any armor, I've just been standing here for the last 30 seconds getting hit by it, and it still doesn't kill me.
Get good snacks.
And also it has sort of impressed on me the importance of getting a meat effigy start up and going before day 20. I think I absolutely are gonna have to try to go for that. The next time I try to build a world out of it.
You know, when I watch, you know, the professional streamers play PvP games like PUBG and CS, PUBG, I feel so bad for the people who have to go against these sort of people. So it must be fucking terrifying.
I mean, because they're so experienced at it?
They're so good. I think it's in PUBG, they're in a ranking system. So you just sort of go against people. Well, and there is a ranking system actually. Still.
Rickety, you've encountered Kate, right?
Pardon?
Have you encountered Kate?
On my current playthrough, I don't think I have actually. I have before.
Okay, you have before. It was hilarious. When I first saw her, I'm like, she looks high, and then the dude said that thing about her being high, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, her personality is she's a drunken Irish woman. Sorry, I mean a high Irish woman. Sorry, I get confused a bit.
It's a contemporary version of the drunken Irish.
Yeah. Oh wow. Sure, I just did a match of PUBG by killing 20 of the 100 people. He killed 1/5 of the server. Shroud stopper. Not nice.
How many people are streaming PUBG at the moment?
Don't know. Currently, how many views? 86,000 viewers and 20 million followers.
I meant like on Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch.
It doesn't mention how many channels are currently streaming it?
Yeah, no.
Oh. That's a bit disappointing.
I wish there was a game mode where you could play as Kate and just beat people up in an arena the whole game.
so I'm just gonna make a mod out of that.
Is this Fallout?
Yeah. Oh, was it Kula who was looking for a mod that reduces the number of inventory spots you have?
Yes.
Someone posted one on the workshop recently that changes it so you only have 2.
I saw that one when I was browsing through it. Just last
2.
night.
It's 1 for each pocket, I guess.
Oh, here's how it says the boat repair kit can be used on the boat by right-clicking on the kit. That's what I did wrong. Okay.
Good job.
Yes. I was wrong.
Anyway, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, see ya. Got hit in the head by a coconut, apparently. It's funny, the coconut's doing more damage than that snake did. I think it was 20 HP.
Hit in the head by a hollow fruit does more damage than a poisonous bite. The dirt stuff gets... Reality seems just a bit weird. At some point I only ever move these animals out of the house. Make a ritual plan for them. Guess my ears like fall off. I can't start doing that now.
I hope they're Minecraft animals.
Yeah.
You don't have actual barn animals living in your house.
Nah.
IRL.
I won't reenact Barnyard in real life. Because what I remember that movie was. Correct me if I was wrong.
It's a pretty old movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like 2004 or something? I'm surprised you've heard of it, honestly.
Incredibles came out in 2004. It's one of my most favorite.
Yeah, but The Incredibles is a box office smash hit. Barnyard was kind of meh all the time.
You know, it's only alive due to a few memes, and that's it.
Ah, that's how you encountered it.
Yeah. That I think I watched it.
I think I've seen it one time, and it was when I was younger. Quite a bit younger. Maybe I was 10 at the time. Okay. How close are we to getting that boat? 0 out of 3. What? I didn't find any boxes with boards in it? I guess not. What a crappy little island. I'm gonna have to make the boards myself.
Well, there's on my my dad has his own clan, a new clan. He's been a host for a few clans. But this new one that has been on for quite a bit. And this new guy joined. He's ex-military, and I've been so tempted all day to ask what his kill count is. Fucking unbelievable. It's like I cannot know.
You'd probably find it funny. Or not.
Yeah. He served in the military for 20 years.
Maybe it's a...
I'd find it hard to believe he hadn't heard of it. Although, at that point, he'd probably just sick of hearing about it.
Hey, you overreact with your kill count.
Hey, Flashmaster. And try to kill the quack in here. But this starting island was absolute garbage when it came to actually getting me boards. There wasn't... I don't think there was a single board on the starting island. Much to my dismay. So it's tree chopping we will go. Oh, 2 snakes, huh? Haha! 2 snakes and 2 snake skins. Oh, I'll hate to lose this world. Haven't played Shipwrecked. Still working your way through Reign of Giants. About 80 hours in the game. It's a pretty good start. I'm really new to Shipwrecked as well. 3 snakes and 3 snake skins. Those are pretty good odds. Pretty rare odds, I should say. I think the odds of it dropping is like 20% or something. I didn't have enough twigs left. Yeah, the starting island is really garbage. Wow. What am I gonna make here? 3 boards?
Another question for the ex-military guy. Hey guy, how many innocent civilians did you kill? How many court martials did you kill? Also, I should know, but he's an American soldier. Ex-American soldier.
Need 1 more grass yet. Didn't know I streamed? I have been for about 6 months now, I'd say. I hope I find enough grass. Thanks for the follow, Flashmaster. Just watching one of your videos last night, the one on choosing a base location. Well, I hope it helps you in the future. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm looking for in a base location here in Shipwrecked. And it looks like we won't have enough grass, believe it or not. Yeah. Need like 2 more for the cargo net. I might have to find a different island here. Which is really sad, because I was hoping I could get started here at the start of this morning. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it getting dark when I was fighting Quacken. Oh, I also need another grass for the spear, yeah. A long ways. I'm gonna have to find another island. Okay. DST is sort of a dead game? I don't know. They had like 20,000 people who got enrolled in the Gorge event for the leaderboard, I think, so. Like, compared to the other games that I've played, I guess dead is a relative term. If you compare it to like PUBG or Fortnite or something, something ridiculously popular, yeah, it doesn't have the same community, but I'm not worried about that.
Stuff when it is.
Oh, on Twitch? Yeah, I suppose. It doesn't enjoy as much success on Twitch. Don't Starve single player though is even lower. I mostly came out the game from the standpoint of YouTube, or making videos on it rather than streaming it, so. The reason that I like streaming it is because it gives me an opportunity to like actually play full games as opposed to just having to spawn in stuff to set up a little scenario to explain something for a video. Because that's one of the things about making videos is you don't get a whole lot of opportunity to actually play the game anymore. And so streaming was like a nice compliment to that. I need 1 more rope here. Okay. Let's see if I can find the Quacken. I might be missing a sail. It depends. I'm hoping I can do it by rowing, but I might need a sail. You were interested in YouTube when you were younger until you realized how much editing and stuff goes into it? Yeah, if you're not somebody who actually enjoys editing, streaming is probably what you should be looking into, or looking to getting into. I mean, you can put up like Let's Plays of games, but those generally don't get the same kind of traction that edited content on the site yet, so.
Yeah.
I see them as complementary to one another.
Don't be a one-trick partner.
Like you can stream to actually play the games and then edit the footage together to make interesting videos about it. Oh, I'm looking for some deep ocean here and there's no deep ocean. What the hell? Come on. And of course I'm paddling. Oh, I'm not having a good run here. I mean, really. No deep ocean at all. I got a coral reef. You get more views when you stream DST? Yeah, I've had that, or have had people mention that. They get a lot of viewers when streaming DST. I have like the opposite experience. So, I guess it's just one of those things. Maybe I should take it as indicative of my streaming personality. Okay, let's try to find some open water. It might be too late for me to kill Quacken yet. I mean, it just... I'm not even trawling yet. Oh, finally, yes, thank you. Some deep water. Holy crap, I thought it would never happen.
I have returned.
Okay, we can't drop that. Welcome back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We might not get lucky enough here. You get a Quacken. Can I catch my spear?
I think in the 6 week holidays, I think I'll this is my second week still. It'll be the 3rd week nearly. I think I'll see if I can edit and upload a video. See what I can do.
A video in 3 weeks?
Well, not just in one video in 3 weeks. It's almost in that time frame. I want to do something related to being a video maker.
Since I'm not getting Quacken, I don't have enough to build another net. I'm just killing myself here. Come on, please destroy this boat. Usually you can get it in the first net. And that was what I was kind of banking on, but we had a bad starting island. Took me a long time to find the... Like, it is only day 2, but it took me a long time to find the deep ocean here. It's like... Nothing but bad luck. There we go. Retry. People are interested in Facecam for some reason. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of people play Don't Starve without Facecam though, so... I don't know, when you play Flashmaster, do you usually, Because this way it gets recorded in the annals of history. Do you usually use a webcam? Here we go.
Would you ever do a first reveal at some point?
There's no plan for it at the moment.
Ah, okay. I think you see what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like 3 people total online that I know, that I don't know in real life, know what I look like.
Yeah, Yusuf knows what I look like.
In general, I just don't put a lot of importance on it, so...
Yeah, Yusuf knows what I look like, and Lipa knows what I look like, of course, because I know him in real life. But I think I might want to keep that as that for a little while.
Yeah, it's one thing I'm especially concerned about in terms of like social media and stuff is parents putting their kids on the internet without their consent. Like, I could understand being quite bitter about that later in my life when it comes back to haunt your future opportunities because of memes that your parents created about you when you were a kid. I think it's really irresponsible for parents to do that.
Yeah. Because
Like,
if my dad doing that, I'm going to kill him.
well, I mean, do you remember the Daddy of 5 channel? Where they're basically profiteering off of the abuse of their kids? Like, I could just... Like, that's an example of how to take it to an extreme negative.
Wait, what about abusing children?
Daddy of 5 from that channel.
I've never heard of it.
There was a YouTube channel called Daddy of 5 in which the father and to some extent the mother basically filmed and uploaded the verbal and sometimes physical abuse of their children, either from the parents themselves or from the parents allowing the kids to, you know, hit each other and stuff. And the it was like very provocative kind of stuff, and that's what caused people to watch. It was like clickable stuff. Yeah, but they really would bully one kid in particular. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
and
I feel bad for that kid.
I think it's just a great example of we're gonna need some sort of restrictions on what you're allowed to use your children for when it comes to like social media stuff, because that is just it's as bad as like genital mutilation, or well, it's not as bad, but you know, it's up there in terms of abuse of children who really don't have any options in it. Like, they don't have the ability to say, hey, I don't want to be in your videos, right? They have fewer rights than children actors, and we already know how notorious the industry is when it comes to children actors and them being taken advantage of or abused. It's just something that, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, in the future, I could definitely see there being laws and stuff made to prevent that kind of exploitation.
Yeah, I hope there is, to be honest.
With a face cam with overlay and everything, although I started with CSGO, I got like 5 or so regulars, and I stream late at night, so I tend to hit the top of the list. You hit the top of the list for CSGO? That's impressive.
Okay, yeah, nice shit, man. Gotta give him respect for that.
I mean, I know CSGO isn't quite as popular as it was a couple of years ago, but it's still...
I was gonna say, it's sort of may or may not be slightly dying a bit. Hey. It's still one of the, on the top list.
Yeah. No shame in that.
Well, actually, I just said that it's one of the most popular Steam games, but that is mainly because there's quite a lot of cheaters who buy the game. And that's why it's on the most popular list. Also because cheaters play the game a lot as well. So,
yeah, every game has its problems like that. Recently did a CSGO stream for your CSGO regulars, and that was the worst stream you've had in a while? Oh, well.
Just do a promote CSGO gambling / you'll be fine. Remember that scandal?
Yeah. I mean, it's still a thing. There still are CSGO gambling sites and stuff.
What were they called again?
That's probably best forgotten.
Yeah. Better not name those two twats. The exposure.
The apologizing with the dog stunt? That one?
Do illnesses go away if you rest, Rickety, on survival?
Do what?
Illnesses go away if you rest.
If you sleep for a certain amount of time, I think the resting works both ways.
Why did you get moderated? I don't know. I think I have the auto moderator set up for a chat. Did you try to post a link or something? It could have something to do with that. I didn't set anything up to be blacklisted, I don't think. It's just whatever the Twitch auto mod says.
If you sleep for around, I think, 3 days, disease should go eventually. You need to make sure when you wake up...
Maybe they thought you were posting too much? When I stream CSGO, I get a lot of high-rank viewers that say things like, aim better, and it's frustrating, but with DST I get friendly noobs ask me questions. That's probably why I stuck with PvE-type games.
Yeah.
The community is just generally less negative as a whole.
Yeah, CSGO is just full of angry Russians.
But Dota 2 is full of angry Russians. I remember reading some reviews back in the day.
2 Steam games for 1.
Yeah, well, because it's a free game, right? I suppose... Yeah, CSGO actually costs money, so it's not as easy to be on that game if you're living in a country that does not pay... or doesn't have very high standards of living and stuff. I need one more, here we go. Yeah, we have enough for a boat. Hopefully tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah, I also need the trawl net. Okay, I need more bamboo. Eventually I'll memorize these. How do I not have... Oh, I just need one more rope, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I think I might make a video on CS:GO, just a sort of montage of a few kills. You see how it goes, and then, yeah.
Rickety, I need suggestions. Should I... Okay, for Vault 88, should I make it an underground city or something more like the Institute?
What do you think of the Institute? Are you siding with them?
No, I just want to make a cool looking vault.
You might want to make an underground city. And make it sort of safe looking.
What if I make one area like the Institute, since there
Yeah,
are
like
like
a sort-
3 huge areas?
Yeah, like a lab almost.
Okay. Let's see if we can finally do Kraken. This must be a graveyard here. So much fog.
My dad's started making YouTube content and you can... Yeah, he's just starting out with YouTubers to get it and stuff. Yeah, the kid... He's starting out like quite a few people did, you know, the cringy intro. On it. Big bits of unedited footage, you know, the usual.
Your dad
You'll learn
did?
a bit- Yeah. Yeah, you'll learn eventually, won't you? Everything you started, quite similar to him, actually, everything. I think we all did. Then we
Oh,
learned
yeah.
stuff out of it.
I
And you
had
sort of
a...
look at-
I had a
look at
weird
the
intro,
percent in
actually.
your hands and
My-
think, what the...
My original intro was based off of some sound effects that were from... what's the game? Civilization 4.
You don't really have an intro now, do you?
Besides what I say, no. That's it. Let's see if we can get another
Hey,
net
what's
here.
going on, guys? Raising Hell here today with another Roblox commentary video.
Ricky,
Playing Surf.
to get beer recipes in Buddy, do I just put them in his inventory?
I think, well, I looked it up on the wiki real quick.
Maybe I'll have to just get 2 trawl nets to start with then.
Yeah, you get ice cold versions of the drink if you put them in Buddy, I believe.
But like, I have a bunch of papers that say beer recipe, fizzy lifty beer, beer recipe, golden synth, etc.
I don't know, they sound modded almost.
How much grass do I even have left? I don't think I have any left. This is an expensive Kraken, that's for sure. Have to find another island to get more grass.
Grass. Guy
what my dad does is he, in PUBG you have these things called replays, where it's saved in the, I think I'll explain it, it's recorded in the game space, you can like go around everywhere, and it's recorded in a certain dome around you, and you can, you know, fly around the area, see what everyone else is doing, get other people's perspectives. A bit like a demo in a game like T-Fox 2, Counter-Strike, something like that. And what he does is he records big bits of gameplay, and then he leaves his computer on that. Yeah.
It's like spectator mode.
Yeah, in a bit of a way, yeah. But it's after the match is finished.
Does PUBG have a spectator mode by default?
There is a spectator mode, yeah. It's used in esports. There isn't any mods for PUBG. Yeah, there's updating the replays as well, I believe. So the old replays are a bit, I think, gonna be deleted. Already have been deleted. Because the replay system's been changed. So...
Here, monkey, have a bottle. I should probably get some food for myself here. I'll do Kraken on day 3, hopefully. This time I have enough resources for 2 more nets in case one more isn't enough. Basically, if I keep getting unlucky, we'll see. Give me that. Ooh, gold. There's an idea right there. I have to beat these monkeys to it. No, 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 no. Give me that. He stole it. No food here, though, that's for sure. It's a pretty crappy island overall. Damn, those monkeys are fast. I thought I beat them to it for sure.
Oh, it's part of the Industrial Revolution mod I installed.
The more you know. It's a baby mandrake. It's running after me. The downside is now the monkeys can steal it. Okay, where's that boat? Right up here. Okay,
My
deep
mom's
ocean.
telling the dog she's gonna call the police on him if he keeps begging for her food.
I thought that was the pound.
She's joking.
It's funny because like the first time I tried to do this, I got Quackin' in what? Second one. I got Quackin'. Yes, please waves. All of them hit me now. Have every wave spawn there while I'm trying to retrieve my sticks.
I'm disappointed now that that's part of a mod, not part of the base game.
Yeah, mods can do that. You get so used to their improvements. Sometimes it's hard to go back. Alright, did I craft it or not? I didn't. Okay, here we go. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong here, am I? Sticks work in the deep ocean. Like, what the hell is this? This is the deep ocean. Why no Kraken? Okay, I mean, I'm legit getting frustrated by this now. There was 3 gnats, plus 1 from last time, and not a single Kraken. Okay, just giving myself gnats. No, there's actually an easier way to do this. Oh, there we go. How bad is my bolt damage? Yeah, probably should repair it first here.
What's going down?
My Quackin' is going down. Hopefully.
Kula, did you see the mod that reduces the number of inventory slots you can have?
No, I didn't.
It's rather recent and it makes it so you can only have 2. Or 2, period. I don't think it's adjustable. But I figured you could take a look at it and have fun with it and stuff.
Well, I guess I should have repaired it. Can a native define to me what a reckoning is?
Well, that might be fairly useful for the PvP.
A reckoning. It's basically a comeuppance, isn't it?
I mean, I kind of hope that
You went outside there.
Reckoning, the avenging or punishing of past mistake or misdeeds. The fear of being brought to reckoning. Synonyms: retribution, fate, doom, nemesis, judgment, punishment. Ways coming to someone. Terrible reckoning that he deserved.
Hero was asking in the chat.
You know how to use Google, don't you? What you do is you go into your search engine and you type in reckoning. You press that big key on your keyboard. So it's like a turned around R but a bit fatter. You hit that, and it should come up with a little box with some funny little symbols that we call words.
Kitty.
And there you go, you can learn stuff. There you go, it's fucking magic.
So it was really funny. You know, I burnt through 3 entire trawl nets, and then I said, okay, I'm cheating, and I went ahead and gave myself another one for free, and of course on that one I actually spawned the Quacken on like the second twig that I gathered out of the ocean. But then I died because I didn't repair my boat in time. I'm gonna have to prioritize where that boat repair kit is, so I always know where to look in my inventory. Because I was like, where does it go? Where is it?
No, we all died. I tried to not to. The amount of people shooting at me.
If I could only have one mod, I would pick the spring cleaning mod. It is wonderful. I can make everything look pretty.
Is it an organization mod or what?
It lets you scrap items that make it look cluttery.
So it basically allows you to throw away those stupid items that you pick up when scavenging
No.
that I don't have a use.
Items that can't be picked up off the ground, that are just part of the ground but look messy.
Oh, okay.
And there's
Like-
little you can like delete things like the tree in Sanctuary, even the grass at Sanctuary.
I think that's the mod I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another mod that's similar to that. Should do that.
So yeah, you can get rid of all these piles of dirt and all these papers scattered about.
Still says DST. Is that on Twitch? No, it doesn't. It says Raising Hell, don't starve Shipwrecked. Maybe it's a problem on your end, because on my end it says what it's supposed to say. If only I could find some boxes. They don't have to chop down trees to make boards.
So I just had this thought right quickly. What video of yours do you either hate or like the least? Do you sort of don't, you know, in retrospective, you sort of
I don't think
it's a
there's just like anyone that really stands out as being particularly awful. To me anyway, to others perhaps.
Rewatch the PUBG video and yeah, you might sort of change your mind on that.
I mean, it was just my opinion that PUBG is an awful name for a game, that's all it was.
Yeah, but you do sort of I read some of the comments and yeah, you say
It's a popular game, I don't expect necessarily anybody to agree with me disliking
no,
it.
it's not that opinion. I mean, there's a few comments on that, but it's the way you say a few other things.
That doesn't really help me. The way I say a few other things, I should feel that that I phrased them incorrectly. Well,
No, is it you phrase them a bit weird? I can't remember the specifics, but you might rewatch it. At some point.
I really don't care about it, to be honest.
Okay.
What's done is done. I don't unlist my videos.
You don't unlist your videos.
I've never unlisted a video, no. Well, okay, I got a video taken down at one time because for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
But that was not by choice.
So you're never gonna unlist a video.
Not unless
So
it's
is
taken
it-
down as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if okay, look, if somebody actually came to me with concerns over it, like, oh, some of my personal information is in that video or something like that, then I'd take it down. But
Yeah.
like, just because I didn't think it was the best thing I've ever done, nah. You gotta overcome the very real likelihood that you're gonna make mistakes.
I've unlisted a few cringy old shitty videos, fucking Minecraft animations. Which I'm pretty sure you can understand why I've unlisted those.
Mm. Well, I was never invested in like cringe stuff. It started out with tutorials for Stronghold Kingdoms, and it's kind of remained that way. It's been the ethos anyway.
You just said recently that you're all using Stronghold anymore. If I'm not mistaken.
What about Stronghold?
You said that you that's why you don't really play Stronghold anymore.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, where am I? I just need more logs, really. I didn't get any boards at all. Okay, where are some trees? Put a fire down here. I don't... Okay. I have an idea of what could be causing it. It could... Oh wow, that was a mistake on my part for sure. What could be causing the mislabeling of the stream is something on Restream's end. Okay, I'm just gonna give this up for a lost cause. Since I stream to Twitch through Restream, they're in charge of changing the title when I change it on their end. So maybe it's desynced there and it's not properly updating on Twitch itself. I'll have to take a look into that. Thank you for letting me know. That is important. It's just that from everything I saw on my end, it looked like it was properly updated, but apparently it's not. So I'll have to look into that tomorrow. I'm not gonna cut it off right now in the middle of this. Unless somebody reports me and gets me banned for streaming in the wrong category, if that's the problem. I'm so sick of these snakes already.
If someone reports you and bans you for streaming on the wrong category for a few seconds, what you do is you send a fucking doggy bag of steaming dog shit to their house. Well, that's what they deserve.
Well, it's gonna be more than a couple minutes. It'll probably be another hour in the wrong category.
There'll be some people who do that anyway.
There's just no way, like, everything I do is through Restream, so there's no easy way for me to change it right now.
Yeah.
Without completely shutting it down. Wait, do I have enough for the trawl net? I thought I did. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. Time to head out into the deep ocean. If I can find deep.
You sunk. You sent out about this.
Right there in front of you, dude.
Okay, here we go.
Those actually look tasty. Like as candy, not as.
Wait, what? Oh, I've got one. Well.
Ricky, you're too young to be sending me this shit.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not. I'm 14, not 4.
You're 14, not 40.
No, not 4.
Well, one down.
7.
No cracking.
And I walked in a room, there's 2 people looking at me. Yeah, that building behind you, Magic. Guys, starting. Maybe. That's I'm gonna drop it. One with our little buddy. Okay. Yeah, nice. Likes it. Great, further down.
I mean, I'm just getting really unlucky with this. I've seen people who've like knocked it out of the park twice in a row in the first net. And I can't get it in 2 nets? Come on. What the hell? The net can contain no more. Well, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. It's unbelievable. Because you'll always hear the people who play it say, oh, get cracking on day 2. Well, if I'm just unlucky as... If I'm on the unluckiest person in the world, how the hell is that ever going to happen? Just restart it again and again until I get it, I guess. Stupid shit. I hate RNG. This is the reason I like games that don't have much RNG in them. Ugh. Yeah, just pray to the RNG gods that I'll get that 5% chance here that everybody else seems to get. Day 2, yeah baby, here we go. Still no cracking. The day is getting long. Yep, still none. Fine. Do it again. I'm not leaving here without a cracking. It's twigs, comma, 20. There we go. I mean, I am in the deep ocean. It doesn't get much deeper than this.
I keep getting a fucking Can't stop my building.
Oh, finally get it, huh? How many nets was that? 5? And half of the boat health gone. Because of running into waves. Do I have? No, I don't even have a spear. Well, since we're cheating to begin with, let's just finish this. Ah, yes, it's nighttime now, of course.
think I regret my decision.
And I didn't get the walking cane. Yay! No, this game is done for. The soaked booty bag. Yes, indeed. Wait, I don't get any XP for surviving 2 days? Come on. It's gotta be some sort of world record. Yeah, so that time it took 4 traps for me to finally spawn the Kraken. Which, once again, is pretty unacceptable when you compare it to the... how other players have normally fared. Well, at least it gives me an opportunity to better my runs here the first day or two. Follow them, follow. I don't understand the manic laugh those crabs have. It's so inappropriate. Not, I don't know, it's out of place for a crab.
Hey Rickety, have you encountered Clem?
Who's Clem?
He's in Vault 88.
Oh yeah, I have.
I don't know whether to love him or hate him. He's like a child. He's annoying but adorable.
Yeah. So I broke your shit. That's all he says.
And maybe it'd be worthwhile just having a spare boat.
I remember a time in PUBG where she had a bike. This was about, I think a week. It might be a bit longer, I think. And if you rammed an enemy vehicle, you would fucking decimate it. You would completely just destroy it, essentially. It was so fun. Getting to the end of the game, like only a few players left, just racing around like an idiot. It was so fun. And it still is now with the bikes, because they're just so stupid. Oh hi, Fizzes. When you're playing Despacito in the background.
Is it not allowed to chant?
That's what's rising.
Oh, okay. Is it allowed in racing or no?
What, you mean like mic spamming?
No, just Despacito.
I have nothing really against the song. Why?
Okay.
Call the sequel.
Oh my god, now he calls me.
Wait, is there something I should know about Despacito?
It's a bit of a meme.
It's a bit of a song.
But not you song. Green boy, stay away from me. Fuck. Some pioneer set up the soundboard. Done it beforehand, but yeah, do it now. So you have to bind it to a key to switch it, and it'll be good to go. I remember I used to do it with Rust sound baiting, where I would play the sound of a player who's been downed, and back then, when they were downed, they'd scream in pain essentially. And I'd play that, or the Rust bear traps sound along with it. It's a good way to bait people. Oh, just mic
Did it
spam.
manage to fool anyone?
Yeah, I can't remember really. I did mic spam a bit there, fucking shitty songs, just always fun.
So hopefully I'm gonna save some grass here by not building a backpack. Especially if it gets a booty bag afterwards, there's really no point in it. Come on.
level. Guy landed on the roof. Oh, it's still it's like shit down. No, another guy.
Well, I need one more board.
Oh, nice shot, man. Too far now.
Who joined?
For you.
Hello.
How's it been going for you?
Really just need a board. I'm thinking, wait, just got yourself a panic.
What's wrong with my Discord? What's wrong with the Discord?
Hmm?
Did you say something was wrong with the Discord?
No.
What did you say?
I just said that, you said you need a board, so, and for you just joined, so in a way, just call himself a plank.
Okay. Now I suppose I won't be able to find an ocean, will I? It's a little tiny pond here of middle depth water, but nothing deep. Sadly.
Middle depth.
I have to trawl the very deep area of the ocean to spawn the Kraken, which means I have to look for one, and apparently this time all I'm going to find are shallows. That's going to be the thing that holds me back on day 2, from a day 2 Kraken, I should say. It's always something. Okay, they might be onto something here.
I think objectively one of the best YouTube channels is a Big Man Tyrone. Objectively. I think he is proof that God exists. Well, he is God.
What does he do besides those videos where he, I don't know, just makes a funny voice?
Oh no. People pay him to say that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that all he does?
Basically, yeah, and there's announcements to the inhabitants of Kyrgyzstan. You know. Basically just fortune. And yeah. I thought it was really... Yeah, right.
Oh, that's one bag down. One bag of bad luck. Apparently there was a ice staff in there though.
so you abusing your keyboard again.
I'm trying to get this thing down. It decided to place it in the ceiling.
You, what's the earliest day you've killed Quacken on?
I can't remember. It's been too long since I played Shipwrecked.
I thought this was supposed to be a day 2 doable thing. I've been having the worst luck.
Well, I could.
There. Now it spawns. Just before nightfall. Which means Rip doing it on day 2, huh? I don't know. I'm just so disappointed right now in my luck.
I'm gonna land on the rooftop of that building.
I wonder how long it will take before it despawns if I just hang out here all night. So I think that time it took me 3 nets. I had prepared 2, but I hadn't prepared 3.
Oh, it's one of those goddamn bastards.
Now I just have to find where my villager and settler ran off to. No! When was the last time I saved?
Try and land rooftop. There is, that's why I want to put that. Yeah, wow, below it. Don't know how, but probably good.
Oh boy.
I think what I'll do is I'll get a mod that guarantees you a Kraken spawn by the end of the first net. That would be fair.
Oh no. No, maybe. Fucking singular shot, man. I'm too far, man. Really.
Of course, as I hope you experience sleep paralysis and see me T-pose in the bottom of your bed. Live up you
Third place, 3 minutes.
Rickety, should I make my Deathclaw mask give me immunity to fire, or increased action points and less weight?
Deathclaw mask. I think that would maybe increase your strength and your agility and action and decrease action point. Yeah, how much action points you use in like bats or something. Or even refresh rate.
Now I just need to wait till I have armor 4.
It's a mod you're making.
No, it's a mod that somebody else made.
Okay.
And I can customize the mask to whatever I want.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have the rest of the armor set once I get once I get to level 39.
Good night. What a bunch of bother just to get some stupid wood. I spend the rest of the night fighting snakes, apparently. Maybe I should stick with the palm trees instead.
Alright, good night guys. Hope you have a good day.
Good night.
Good night. What have you been doing lately besides Fallout?
Literally nothing.
I mean, I guess you have said that once you... I'm not sure what the thing is. Once you get invested in something, you tend to stick to it.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, no, I wish I hadn't dropped my hammer.
And I'm very invested in building this vault right now.
That was a thing that was introduced in Fallout 4, wasn't it? How modular the building system worked? Because I don't really remember that in New Vegas at all.
I don't think there was any building really in New Vegas.
That would explain it then.
There's a character in this game who is mentally retarded, and I both love and hate him. He's adorable, but he can get really irritating sometimes, which I guess is realistic.
Yeah, basically sort of not knowing when when to stop.
Like, I built this bicycle thing that produces power when somebody rides it, and he's like, and I was doing a bunch of experiments and I needed his help, and he goes, "Can I go back to the power cycle?" No, you can't go back to the power cycle. You're spending literally every second of your life on it. Wait a second. I'm spending every second of my life on Fallout.
Oh, is that what that reminded you of?
Yes.
Have you ever been really invested in something that was, I don't know, like more constructive?
Modding?
I
Does
guess.
that count?
Probably more so than playing a game, yes.
When I first got a job, I was really invested in that. And that wore off quickly.
How long would you say you were still excited about it?
A couple weeks. maybe a month. But my investments can last years, so...
Wait, what investments?
Pardon?
I said, what investments? You mean like interests?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pokemon is a big one that's lasted. I'm still pretty invested in it, just not as much as I was.
Yeah, because you were playing Pokemon Go and stuff. Wow. Just not a lucky night for me here. It's the second trawl net. And it's giving me such sweet nothing. The first one on the next trawl net. And the first trawl net that I had to cheat to get, that's when I spawned Kraken. Why do I always have to cheat to win? It's terrible. It disappoints me. Oh, come on. I think the best thing I can do now is actually just try fighting it more. Because like luck is something that I can't control, but me dying because I'm not repairing my boat enough, that is. Okay, come on. So I was wrong about the geometric placement in single player. The reason that I didn't have the red and blue, I mean the red and green grid, is because I needed to change a configuration setting for it. So now it's back to the way I use it in DST. Which is the way I like it.
So, don't know if I want to bring this up or not. Have you seen that Forge mod?
I saw you talk about it. I haven't actually tried it at all though.
It literally just adds the arena and possibly some of the weapons. And I think the enemies work, but there are no waves, there are no drops.
So what's kind of the objective of playing it?
There is none.
And you said that there was code or something that was from somebody else, or what?
There were things in it that made it very suspicious. like stuff that 99% of the time means that it was stolen from another mod. Stuff being named something that has nothing to do with the mod, comments that don't belong, etc.
Yeah.
Also, some of the people who worked on it are kind of infamous in the modding community.
See, the first time that I cheat here, I get Doi Doi in second, not Doi Doi.
Quacken.
Quacken. It's like on the second one I got it. I don't know how, like, it seems to be stacked against me doing it legit. Like, what the hell? I don't get it. Well, then there was the mod before that. What was it about?
Wait, what?
There was another mod that you mentioned previous that was sort of, it was created under similar circumstances, I think. It was the volcano biome one.
That one, I think they dealt with the issues about it using other people's stuff, but it's still incredibly buggy, apparently.
Yeah.
And there's a mod that's going to be doing what the volcano biome does, but it's actually almost finished, and it's not incredibly buggy.
What is that, the Shipwrecked thing?
Island Adventures, yeah.
Is that actually that close? Because I thought it was close a year ago.
Well, they've been working on World Gen for about a year now, if I remember correctly.
Because, I mean, I am in the server, it's just I haven't seen anything that looked all that.
And if I remember correctly, World Gen was the last thing they had to finish.
Oh. Yeah, I'd be excited to play that on stream with some of the other people here in Discord. So I've been getting a little bit more into Shipwrecked now. But that, is one of the things, I guess, or one of the reasons why I never really got involved with much of the community is because you're always going to be asked to pick sides, I guess.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And sometimes
some sides that I know for sure I don't want to pick, but if I don't pick them, then the people I like won't like me.
yeah, well, for me, sometimes it's just a really difficult call because it's like, well, I can kind of see it from both sides, and I don't think neither person here is solidly wrong. It's just that.
I have the problem where I always end up like. A lot of times I end up siding with the people that everyone else hates, and then they hate me, and it makes me sad. Like, I'm a nice person. I just like to be friends with sometimes stupid people. I'm not saying you guys are stupid, like the people here. No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, what? We're ruining your reputation?
No, that's not what I meant. No. You guys are cool, but like, there are some other groups of people I'm friends with in other communities that other people look down on, and it makes me sad because they're pretty nice, actually.
Hello, Animal Lover.
Anyway,
I'm trying to figure out how to kill Quacken.
I have to be right back because my game crashed and now I'm stuck.
I love it. Once again. Thanks for the follow, Animal Lover. Once again. The first I start cheating, and I get the Kraken spawn. Like, what the hell? I've done this legit a few times at this point already, and always what ended up happening was it would take me like 3 or 4 nets before I actually got the Kraken to spawn. And now when I start using the console, all of a sudden, like, first time, first net, every single time. I don't get why I'm so unlucky with that. It's so bizarre to me. Probably should repair this boat, huh? I'm not exactly sure what the best approach here is. To avoid, like, getting hit by the tentacles seems to be like one of the worst things that can happen to you. Like that. But even then, getting hit by the big waves is also pretty damaging. Like, how much of this does really come down to luck, and how much is actual skill at dodging waves and stuff, I'm not sure. Oh, there's the head. Hey, good evening, Madly. I lost my game again because I was being incompetent and lazy. It's actually quite a sad story. Okay, let's try to find the head again. So, the reason I lost my last world mostly comes down to me getting greedy and jumping back into a sinking boat because I wanted to retrieve the sail that I left in it. And just as I jumped back in, at that very second, a wave hit it and destroyed the boat, and I sunk with it. Ah, I got walking cane. Too bad this wasn't legit, huh? There's the iron key for Woody. No, not Seal NATO this time. This time it was entirely preventable. I kind of wish it was the Seal NATO. It would be less embarrassing, in a way, compared to getting killed by jumping back into a sinking ship. I thought somebody told me regenerate world would work. Okay, well, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Did I kill the Kraken? Yes. I was having such trouble doing that before. It seems I will need at least 2 ships. Because in the past, when I have gotten to the Kraken, which is relatively rare, what would always end up happening to me is I would die because I didn't repair my ship enough. And the way it went that time, I think I did a pretty good job, but I still needed 4 sewing, not 4, I needed to use the sewing kit 4 times to finish the fight. So you start with 1 sewing kit, and you usually don't have enough materials for a second one, so I'll probably have to do 2 ships, 2 boats to make it work. I don't know. Maybe just get better at learning the patterns of the tentacles and everything. Yeah, because like one of the things you're supposed to do is get the Kraken right away, so that way you can have the walking cane, which is going to speed up the rest of your time in the game, which is pretty important. That's why you want to get it right away. But I've not been having too much success. When I have played it legitimately, and this is the part that bothers me, when I played it legitimately, it'd take me like 4 trawl nets before I'd finally spawn the Kraken. And then when I cheat and use the console, it's like first trawl net, second item that you collect, Kraken spawn. You can't win sometimes. Just the RNG gets you. I know it's not targeting me, but sometimes it sure as hell feels like it. So the goal here at the moment is to kill the Kraken, with only one sewing kit. I'm gonna try to get better at that. Maybe what I should do, so I won't have to regenerate worlds, is build a meat effigy on one of these islands. Is it a practice map? At this point it kind of is. There's nothing special about it. It's still a generated map. A randomly generated map. There's no set seed for it or anything. Ooh, oil. I was hoping those would be deep water, but it's not. I guess it is practice in the sense that I'm not playing it legit. I'm mostly playing it to practice killing Quacken. I tried playing it legit, and like I said, I just kept getting rotten luck time after time. Which means I have to invest a disproportionately large amount of time into the earlier parts of the game. Like the first day, you always have to run through it again and again, gathering all the grass, gathering the flint, blah 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 blah, before you can finally get to the part where you end up with bad luck. I mean, granted, it's not as much of an investment as some of the other bosses, but still, it's I got tired of it when and I'm kind of tired of this world gen here. Give me deep ocean, come on. Let's see here. Fastest speed. I'm looking for deep ocean. All I can find are these shallows. And coral biomes. It's not coral biome, it's a reef. Here, look. Huge, huge reef. This is still not deep enough. There's just no deep water around here this time. And this will be another thing that, you know, you have to contend with. If you want your day 2 Kraken, there's the likelihood that you're not going to find any deep water. Or by the time you find it, your boat will be so damaged that you can't fight in it. Ah, here we go, finally deep water. Oh, now there's a swordfish. Okay. Tip top, you say? How about now? That's more like it. There are fish that you can eat. The small grouper, I think, is one of them. That would protect you and your ship from taking damage from waves. It'd be interesting to try that.
It's frustrating when you have like 100 mods installed and you have to figure out which one is causing the bug.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened that server that you set up, wasn't it? for Don't Starve that we played on for a bit. He had like 60 mods or something.
I'm gonna take a guess that it's one of these two. And I'm going to uninstall both of them, since they're the only ones that affect charisma in any way, and it's my charisma that's bugged. And I'm gonna hope that it doesn't break my game that I installed.
Yeah, what are the odds you could actually lose your game progress?
No clue. But considering I have a bunch of different saves, I can always just reinstall the mod and just switch over to one of them.
Fallout 4 allows you to maintain multiple save files?
Yeah.
Because it seems to be an increasingly common trend with autosave that you just really can't save the progress manually.
I do like autosave, but I also like being able to save scum.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who does the most immersive experience proceed to save scum until I succeed at something.
Can't do that too much here in Shipwrecked. I think I got hit by a tentacle that time. I didn't mean to, but I was so close to the Kraken's head. It's hard to avoid. Huh. Really? I managed to do it with only 2 boat repair kits that time? But no walking cane.
Fallout 4 statues of Todd Howard.
Todd Howard what?
There's a mod that makes statues of Todd Howard and lets you worship them.
I don't even know who that is.
I think he's one of the main guys in Bethesda.
Oh, okay.
This bug this bug one of these mods has nothing, like, it doesn't make sense. Theodosius sometimes equips a hockey mask for some reason. What's with that? I actually don't know. It just happened a couple of times during testing.
So it's basically a mod that was inspired by testing for something else, like a different mod.
No, that's the bug. The mod just adds in a bunch of collectible items and a quest to regard with them. Oh, dang it. It's a mod for New Vegas, not for Fallout 4.
It surprises me. Are these mods available on Steam, or is there somewhere else?
Nexus mods.
Oh, okay. Because Fallout 4 is on Steam, right?
Yeah. And this update is taking forever, and I'm going... My friend got the game, and she's playing it right now. I'm going to ask what she thinks of it.
Okay.
And of course, she got a mod right off the bat.
Is that bad?
Gotta play it vanilla for the first time.
So what's the advantage to using Nexus mods or mods Nexus?
Nexus Mod Manager helps you do a lot of things like organizing the mods in certain ways so they don't crash and are compatible with each other. Installing more complex mods.
But any mods that you install will need to be installed through the Nexus mod client, right? So if there was something on Steam Workshop that wasn't on Nexus mods, you wouldn't be able to manage it, right?
Right. I think. There isn't a workshop though for Fallout 4 on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Like there is with Skyrim.
It's not officially supported, the modding. That is pretty interesting. Why do you think that is? Because Fallout, as you pointed out, Skyrim has Steam mods, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. Ew. That moment when a friend you don't want to talk to messages you.
Well, I didn't message you, so that's comforting. Because it is something that I worry about from time to time.
Wait, what is?
Kind of interrupting people by sending them messages.
I don't get mad unless I get a whole bunch of messages before I get a chance to respond and I'm doing something. Or if it's somebody that I just really don't want to talk to because of their behavior lately. Like if someone's always being whiny and then they want to talk to me and I'm like, no, because you're gonna be whiny again.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. Nobody really wants to have someone else's problems dumped on them.
Or if they're always trying to start an argument, I'm monitoring right now. Go away.
I mean, I'm kind of guilty of that. Or if I don't want to talk to somebody, I would just ignore them sending me messages rather than needing to confront them about it. Because one of the things is, you can sometimes say things that you really wouldn't say simply because you're in a bad mood, I guess. So you don't deal with it as diplomatically as you probably should. That was why trying to deal with or the time Fivos called me out for not messaging him about his stuff. He's like, And also then when you do get a lot of messages, as you mentioned, it can be overwhelming. That's been another thing. Or if you're afraid that it's just bad news, I'll pretend that it doesn't exist. Yes, that will work.
What makes me, I have a friend and I miss her and I know she's online and I message her but she ignores my messages. And it doesn't say that she's blocked. I don't know why she's ignoring me because as far as I know, I never caused her any problems.
Yeah, sadly that's I don't know. I guess what can happen as well is you feel like, oh, I ignored you that time, so if I start paying attention now, it means I'll have to face up to that and deal with the fallout from the last time when I ignored them.
That makes sense.
So I'll just ignore them again, and then I won't ever have to face.
Because when I ignore someone, I don't ignore them for a whole year. I eventually go, oh hi, what's up?
Yeah, I should probably be more like that. Too bad I can't roll back. Why is what still up?
Fallout's still updating. If it's an update, it's good.
Is it my connection that's dropping out, or do you think it's yours?
I'm not sure. It might be mine because, or it might be Discord in general.
Hmm. Oh, were you here when I mentioned the thing about Discord?
What thing?
The most recent controversy. It involved bots.
I think I was. Oh, right. About people stealing information.
Yeah, I know I was talking to Rickety about it, but I wasn't sure if you were here at that time.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. Have you seen it in any of the servers that you're a part of? Because apparently there was kind of this influx of bots who would join and then quit in relatively short succession. I looked at, my server, and I really didn't see any activity like that, so I kind of figured it wasn't affected.
As long as nobody figures that out, create private messages for information,
Yeah.
As long as that doesn't happen, I'm good.
That's kind of me too. Like when I join a public server, I don't expect any of my information to be kept in that server, right? I kind of post there as I would be posting if I was like commenting on a YouTube video or like Reddit or whatever. It's been happening for a long while. I guess it just got more attention recently. If Discord released some sort of API called discord.me. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still looking into it, but there are some people who were really upset with it and felt that Discord didn't do enough. And as much as I sort of am on board with like protecting private consumer information, I just really don't feel that applies to this situation, because if you have a public Discord, anything you post in it should de facto be considered public, or on the public record. I'm not exactly sure. Like, if you don't want it to be, there are things you can do. You can create like an invite-only server, which of course the bot wouldn't be able to get into without a permit. Or you could create a system where anybody who joins doesn't get to see past history. I mean, it could be public, but nothing in the past that has been said in that Discord server will show up for them, which would once again limit the amount of information that can be scraped. So I really didn't understand some of the outrage that I saw being expressed over it. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird to me.
Who joined? Who's this Jacket? Survival?
Oh, I was thinking. Hi.
Well, hopefully I'll have better luck tomorrow with my Kraken. I feel like I can do it if I'm just careful. Sometimes it might be better to wait for some of the tentacles to stop thrashing around and then try to navigate around them, and you most certainly should not get hit by them. Getting hit by them seems to deal significantly more damage than just taking a wave across the bow of your ship.
Oh, is it done updating? Please don't require script extender update. Yes!
So there was word that you could use coconades to destroy large numbers of trees. I'm supposed to light it first? I don't think I've ever used one of these before. The way Ricker holds it in her hand, though, is adorable. It's just stuck to her hand with some sort of silly putty.
Hey, Tracy.
Hello?
Oh, I'm having a problem with my dogstars where whenever I go into the mods section, it crashes. Like, you know how to fix that?
It could be an issue with one of the mods, mod info or mod main.
Like, I click on the mod section on the main menu, and boom, crash.
Or if you have too many mods downloaded, it could cause problems trying to update. Because I know the mod section is a lot laggier in regular Don't Starve.
Is it in Don't Starve or Don't Starve Together?
Don't Starve.
Oh. Yeah, I would say listen to EU. Probably has more experience with that than I do. I haven't had any problems with mods, though. There was that one time where they were not, or it kept scrolling me back to the top of the list of mods, but that was because it was like checking for updates for my other mods, and just simply letting it finish the check would fix that problem. So it doesn't sound like you're having that problem. Yeah, one of the things I wish is that mods are a little bit easier to remove, let's say. I'm still, like, every time I need to unsubscribe from a mod, I have to look up how to do it to give you an idea of how difficult it is to remove some of them.
I look forward to that. Let's see.
Well, it is 10:50 for me, so I'm planning on getting off.
Alright, good night.
Yeah, have a good one, both of you.